Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese visited Ahmed al Ahmed, the man who charged at one of the gunmen and seized his rifle at a Sydney hospital. Albanese told Ahmed, "Your courage is inspiring."
Very strong.
Thank you very
Your
much.
heart is strong.
Thank you.
Your courage is inspiring.
Thank you very much.
Speaking to reporters, Albanese said, "Ahmed al Ahmed represents the best of our country. We will not allow this country to be divided."
Well, it was a great honour to meet Ahmed al Ahmed. He is a true Australian hero. He's very humble. He went through his thought processes as he saw the atrocities unfold. He had gone to Bondi with friends and relatives. He was trying to get a cup of coffee, simple as that, and found himself at a moment where people were being shot in front of him. He decided to take action, and his bravery is an inspiration for all Australians. He is a very humble man. Tomorrow he will undergo further surgery. His mother and father are here visiting him from Syria, and I was able to meet them as well. They're very proud parents. He, at a moment where we have seen evil perpetrated, he shines out as an example of the strength of humanity. We are a brave country. Ahmed al Ahmed represents the best of our country. We will not allow this country to be divided. That is what the terrorists seek. We will unite, we will embrace each other, and we'll get through this. Thank you very much.
The attack by two gunmen on December 14th was Australia's worst mass shooting in nearly 30 years and is being investigated as an act of terrorism targeting the Jewish community. The death toll stands at 16, including one of the alleged gunmen, aged 50, who was shot by police.
Chaos erupted at Bondi Beach, Sydney, after two gunmen opened fire on a crowded Jewish Hanukkah celebration on December 14th, resulting in at least 15 deaths and numerous injuries. Eyewitnesses described scenes of confusion as first responders treated the wounded on the sand amid screams and running crowds. Authorities declared the attack a terrorist incident, saying investigators believe the Jewish community was deliberately targeted. Police say a bystander wrestled the gun from one of the alleged attackers during the mass shooting. Australian media identified the suspects as a father and son, with the older man killed at the scene and his son taken into custody. Among the victims were children and elderly civilians, including a Holocaust survivor who reportedly shielded his wife from gunfire. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says his government will push for stricter gun laws, arguing the tragedy demands urgent reform.
De la nada empezaron a correr para vos, están tirando acá. Tiran. No. Se están cagando a tiro, no sé qué onda. Allá, se cagaron a tiro un montón. Que sí.
What is happening?
We're okay.
What we saw yesterday was an act of pure evil, an act of anti-Semitism, an act of terrorism on our shores in an iconic Australian location, Bondi Beach, that is associated with joy, associated with families gathering, associated with celebrations, and it is forever tarnished by what has occurred last evening. This was an attack deliberately targeted at the Jewish community on the first day of Hanukkah, which of course should be a joyous celebration, and the Jewish community are hurting today. Today all Australians wrap our arms around them and say, we stand with you. We will do whatever is necessary to stamp out anti-Semitism. It is a scourge and we will eradicate it together. The Australian Federal Police and ASIO are working closely with New South Wales authorities, and the briefing we've just had, we have had the AFP there, and the AFP Commissioner will return to Australia today. We will dedicate every single resource that is required in responding to this. To the brave responders, first responders, including ordinary citizens who acted yesterday, thank you for what you do. People rushing towards danger to show the best of the Australian character. That's who we are, people who stand up for our values. Flags will fly at half-mast across the country today as we pay our respects to all those lost and all those who have been injured. And we conclude by saying that yesterday was indeed a dark day in our nation's history, but we as a nation are stronger than the cowards who did this. I thank world leaders who have reached out, from President Trump, President Macron, Prime Minister Starmer, others right around the world have reached out to Australia at this time, and we thank you for your sympathy and your solidarity with our values. Australia will never submit to division, violence or hatred, and we will come through this together. We refuse to let them divide us as a nation.
Benjamin Netanyahu has laid some blame on your feet. What is your response to Netanyahu's comments yesterday that were pretty inflammatory?
This is a moment for national unity. This is a moment for Australians to come together. That's precisely what we will be doing.
Is it a failure that these men weren't seriously on the radar of our authorities?
Look, our authorities do an extraordinary job, an extraordinary job. As Commissioner Lanyon has said, investigations have already made some progress. The fact that there were raids on Bonnie, the home in Bonnyrigg, and at Campsie last night, we will continue to provide every resource possible to the AFP and as well to our intelligence and security agencies.
Jewish Australians have been warning that something like this could have happened. They have been petrified for more than 12 months now. Has your government failed Jewish Australians when their worst nightmare was realised last night?
My government will continue to stand with Jewish Australians and continue to stand to stamp out anti-Semitism in all of its forms. We have taken strong action. We'll continue to work with the community. This morning I've already had a discussion with the anti-Semitism envoy, the first one ever appointed in Australia, Gillian Siegel. Last night I spoke with Peter Wertheim and other leaders of the Jewish community. We'll continue to work with them because this is a time where all Australians need to wrap our arms around Jewish Australians. So we stand with them, we stand against anti-Semitism, we will do whatever is necessary to stamp it out. Anti-Semitism is a scourge. It's been around for a long period of time. We need to do whatever we can to stamp it out.